All right, everybody. Welcome to something here. What are we? Round four, something. Losers three. I don't even know. But welcome to the.
Says says losers bracket round 3 in the spreadsheet.
There we go.
And
Losers round
spreadsheets never
three.
lie.
Welcome everybody. Thanks for the raid slug. I am Temple here with Irving. What's going on, Irving?
Not a lot, just enjoying the Tuesday evening,
Nice.
playing some Earthbound.
Kick this thing off. Predictions in. We'll get this race started.
Yep, we got Ancient Cave here with Leslie versus Sitake. Pretty deep into the tournament now, so definitely pretty much. I mean, the whole tournament's been full of contenders, so hard to say that we're only left with contenders when every single person has just been really good.
Hope audio's okay, chat. Is audio okay? Oh, prediction's already going. Okay, sweet.
I'm going to see both runners win. Well, can't happen.
There we go. We're
And
off.
they're off. Right,
So,
oh yeah, go ahead.
this round we got the old M3 flag, not nothing to do with Mother 3. It's just an enemy randomizer. Yeah, no, unfortunate. Nothing to do with the Mother series. Pretty mild enemy randomizer. It's kind of I wouldn't call it too crazy of an enemizer. It's just like, you know, in Ancient Cave, enemy stats are kind of shaken up anyway, but
It's true.
kind of changes it up a bit more. Changes their appearance.
So it's like, yeah, it's sprites, stats, resistances. Well, I mean, resistances are already shuffled anyways, right?
Yeah. M2 is pretty much on by default in Ancient Cave standard anyway, so it's just one step beyond that, which is just appearance.
I
so
see.
nothing too crazy. So basically, what it breaks down to is it looks like something, but it's actually just some other enemy. Like, you know, this is an ant. It's probably just a crow or a dog or something, but it just looks like an ant.
But it's stat-wise, it's probably like a crow, right? Yeah.
Yeah, an Ancient Cave crow. You know, not a vanilla crow.
So just
Still got
this honestly a little bit of a relaxing round in comparison.
Yeah, to be honest.
Are there attack scripts like the enemy they're supposed to be, or?
I believe so. Yeah, that's all pretty much the same. Yeah, their attacks. You can kind of like figure out what the enemy is based on what they're doing. So that seems pretty consistent.
Kind of a chill, relaxing week. Maybe next time we need to hit it with the instant roll down, just to bring it back into reality.
Yeah, compared to the last couple rounds, this isn't too bad, I guess. Diamonds was pretty rough.
I agree that one. Yeah, it's much easier when it's shuffled in this way and not everything being a diamond. I agree.
You get crazy like Sank Boss enemy sprites, which are cool. That's like a throwback to the reshuffler days where everything was just like a Sank Boss sprite flying around everywhere. That's a fun one to see. I was pleasantly surprised to see Sank Star flying around again.
True. Get some vendors on Leslie's side. Nothing looks like couldn't get anything from Monkey Cave skips, unfortunately.
Not much for items yet, huh? I was wondering.
Nope, just some bats and stuff. Oh, there is a protein drink. That is one.
Looks like I got a skip sandwich somewhere too. I saw we were at a shop a couple doors back, so maybe get a fresh egg.
So slowly but surely, but it looks like it's pretty linear so far. Both our runners kind of following the same path.
Floor 1 not getting too confusing yet. We'll see what happens.
That ant looks a little messed up with the palette. I don't know. Looks a little beat up in the face.
The palettes can get pretty janky. I've already seen some glitched out sprites. I don't know if you've noticed, but things get pretty wonky.
Yeah, man, so All right, we got a hitman. Let's see what we got.
They're
Oh,
on 4. That's gross. Cracking on 5. Wow. Ooh. Wow. That boss
ooh,
list is
deluxe and a dog. Yep.
that's nasty.
Yep. So 4, 7, and 8 are. And on average, I feel like you, unless you are just gonna skip all of them all the way to 9, you're probably gonna clear one of those floors,
Yeah. I mean,
or
if
maybe not so much.
I guess obviously depends on how things go in the cave, but that seems to be a pretty decent trend, at least this late in brackets, is that you're skipping, if not to 9, at least 8. You're hoping to.
Right,
Anyway.
right. Of course, yeah. All depends on how. I did not roll this one actually. This is all temple.
Wow, the bot did it.
No, the seed. They were asking if I rolled the seed. I was like,
Yeah,
nope.
yeah. Nah, yeah, the bot rolled it. I mean, I put
Oh
in a
yeah,
command.
yeah, true,
But
true, 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 true.
all blame goes to Lardna. I deflect.
That's it.
Full deflection.
Absolutely, absolutely the way to look. There she is, right now.
Speak of the Lardna.
So no skips off of floor 1 yet, which is definitely sad. I hate to see these floor. Oh, we're actually gonna have to turn around. It looks like.
It ends. Yeah, the floor ones have been kind of gross.
When they're really long and linear with no skips out, pretty awful. And you only need that one exit off of to find the sanctuary boss.
Just need that one door. And skips are good on 1 and 2. If you can find any skips, that's ideal. But it doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
Like
because you're guaranteed to go up with those.
Yeah, you're never gonna go backwards on 1 or 2. Looks like chat's pretty split on the predictions so far. That's always cool to see. 3K versus 3K.
I think that's fair this deep into the tournament.
Even
Kinda
race.
hard to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't really pick decisively.
Especially an ancient cave. I mean, come on.
Yeah, anything goes. Looks like we've got Tucson, every runner's nightmare. Floor 1.
Probably
no
the way
less.
out. Floor 1, Tucson, yeah, and we're 6 minutes into the cave as well. So
Forced to be the way. I don't think there was anything behind us. So hopefully, I mean, we see a skip carrot key, but maybe find some other skips.
yeah, that's a pretty specific item you gotta find there. Some skips are a little easier to come across than others, like the monkey cave one, or as far as like getting past them, because a lot more sources for that item than just finding one single carrot key in a chest.
Get lucky, find tiny ruby skip or something, but you can't really rely on that one too much.
Nope.
There's one-way skips. A couple options out there, but yeah, that's.
Yeah, those the specific key item ones are just kind of like, oh, if you happen to magically have it from a chest you happen to open.
Good burgling check here. I think that's a good call. A lot of vendors here.
Absolutely true. Crystal Charm if you had the money for it.
Not too much money here on floor 1 yet.
Nope.
Another source for skip items. But it doesn't look like there's too much here.
This is all like diamonds again too, even though it's all ants. They have the same pattern as the diamonds.
I kind of noticed that in the run I did. It was like, oh, I'm kind of used to trying to juke these diamonds. A lot of these around again.
Same stuff, different day. And the other enemy is the lightning cloud too, so another diamond enemy or diamond style movement.
Swooping. Oh, we got a
Oh, here we go.
skips.
The double burger
burger.
skip too.
Found any
Unfortunate, like
quite.
so many vendors and we haven't found any burgers.
This is a good song. I was gonna mention it earlier. We've got at least a good track on floor 1. We got our full heal.
Got our full heal and mock pizza. Always a big fan of the mock pizza pickup.
Yeah.
That turn 1 large pizza is very tasty on Gygus.
Yeah, large pizza is always a good option.
Oh, I think Sitake got hit by the downtown butterfly.
Oh, we do have the fresh egg. Nice. And Leslie playing those eggs pretty smart. Bought a bunch. That's a good way to do that. And it worked out.
Okay. So we are somewhere. And with enemies being completely shuffled, we have no idea.
Yeah, hard to tell. We know it's forward. Yeah, it's a nice trick with those eggs. Oh, jeez. The Dreary Crusher. But yeah, with those eggs, it's nice because, you know, if you just have one, it could eventually just hatch into a chicken, and then you're kind of screwed on the skip. But if you buy like 5 or 6, they hatch one by one.
Right, there's a good chance you'll find it.
Yeah, and it worked
out.
out.
There was one around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. What is the other skip in that room? I'm trying to remember. Fresh egg, and it's like, is that the ruler room?
Sure. I wish I knew.
I think it is because it's the long one. It's also been a long time since I've even ran a seat myself, to be real.
Definitely a good thing to keep track of, but I never have. I know some people keep notes with like what, you know, each monkey is. Just smart. It's a good thing to do, I think.
I know. I only know those ones because they're specific rules. I know some people keep track of like the rooms that are like exactly similar. No, they're not exactly similar to the ones that are like somewhat pixely different.
Right.
That's crazy. Alright, doing a little bit of sunstroke curing. Oh, and we're back.
Open. Oh, some burgers. Okay. Yeah. Sitake finding department store here. This is always a welcome early cave room to find, and it's working out if we can get back to that hamburger room.
It's true. 2 hamburger skips. Leslie checking out the other ruler skip here as well.
Ooh, straight to
And
the
a
boss.
sewer room. Oh, is this the boss?
Yeah, straight to it. That's a tough send.
That's right. It would be if he had a save nearby. Leslie could get really good information here.
Yeah. Pencil room for Sitake.
It's very scary because this could be 4. So
yeah,
okay,
I mean,
5.
This boss list is pretty scary in general. It's Kraken, I think, but in pokey clothing.
Yeah, something like that.
Still pretty scary. Big PBR might do it. Hopefully.
Going for he actually has a lot better stats than I thought he did for this stage. Perhaps the level ups. Yeah, that's not good. It's gonna be your main source of damage down the drain right there. So.
One to see through. Dang. So tough boss to begin with, plus freeze resistant. Mirror would be good.
Maybe
Probably the only
gray strats. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Mirror. Oh, Take's got a.
So we do know Paula has prey also.
Oh, okay, vanilla prey. Good to know. Floor 1 boss.
Doing the vanilla route. Giant step, floor 1, pumpkin man. I think it's something dweeb, mountain dweeb.
Dweeb. Got him. Good song too. This is on 5.
Yeah, this is 5. Let's see. Leslie impressively still pushing through this.
Keeping it afloat.
Sometimes I feel like a good technique in Ancient Cave is definitely knowing when to fold them, but I guess if you don't have a save lined up before this, is kind of hard to commit to that.
But no, it's true. Sometimes you gotta know when to just cash it in and just take the rip. And it happens a lot in Ancient Cave where you're just gonna die. Work your way back.
Oh, we're here. Not too far. At least we where Tucson is.
Yeah, and I think Les knows where the full heal is, but there is a full heal in Tucson.
Right, it's the bus stop, I believe.
I think that's what it was. I'm just not sure if Les happened to see that or not.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know Sitake was over there.
Nice.
It was Fire Springs, yeah.
Got through the bot there, which is nice. It's a good amount of levels.
A lot of XP. Yep. Good old scripted fights, hieroglyphs, shattered men, sentry robots. Take them out and get your kids some levels.
It's a little scary that early, but
The
through.
sentry robots for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Got that BBR. Comes in handy.
I feel like surprisingly, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky. I feel like I have an easier time if I find shattered men than I do with the sentry
Oh,
robot.
definitely. Yeah, I can agree to that.
Maybe they're
I'd
slower.
I'd rather deal with a Shatterman than these robots for sure. These guys can call for help, and they're just.
Oh
pain.
yeah, that's awful. Another freeze
Shit.
resist.
Yeah, they are. Freeze resist. Like, yeah, seems like a little bit, but
A little bit.
118. Something.
You must have just been a super low roll.
Bad RNG. Who would have thought?
Leslie not making a beeline for that full heal, so probably does not actually have that intel.
Yeah.
Unless he's just checking other rooms in the meantime, because it is kind of on the other side of the map. But I mean, he'll find it eventually.
Maybe thinking just push back to the skip and try to find a heal.
I honestly don't
Whatever.
remember where those skips were, where he even was.
Yeah, me neither. To be honest, see where that went in. But this next door is gonna be it if he's going door by door. Yeah.
Yep. Hello. Yes.
Had great songs so far. Luckily. Ooh,
Oh,
and
another one.
3 for 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tough. Good XP at least, yeah. Still.
That's true. That's
fine.
true.
Hopefully no successful calls for help so far. Commentary curse. Okay, just dead.
Yeah. Take it easy over there. Ooh, brain shock has been acquired.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah.
It's gonna come in handy, I think, for some bosses.
Yeah, if we
Comes
end
to
up running into dog, for sure. We're still on floor 2 though, so we'll have to see. Sitake definitely fishing for some skips here. He's definitely got the levels now where he can go and play around in the upper floors.
Yeah. Not scared of skipping around at this point, for sure. Oh, happy.
Happy.
Free stuff town.
See if we can get maybe some stuff to sell for other stuff. Ooh, DX water
X
and a
water's
T-Rex bat.
nice. T-Rex bat. I think I saw some secret herbs in there, which are also nice.
Honestly, a really kind of huge
Yeah.
free shop then.
3 useful items. Usually it's like
And he
0
just
to 1.
leaves.
Yeah. Any of that. Inventory clutter, I suppose.
That's true. He did have a ton of chickens.
Prioritize the chicken stash. Respect it. Well, it's burgers.
Staying hydrated.
Yeah, the waters too. Like,
Yeah, especially DX waters. That's money right there.
pretty useful.
I would literally just load up poo by himself with just a bunch of water.
Definitely. Staying hydrated. Wet towel. Okay.
There you go.
Skip items here. Selling chickens.
Or maybe we'll
Stocks are
see a
going-
return to the stand with a little bit of lighter inventory now. He did pick up the T-Rex bat, so that leads me to believe he's not gonna go back, but we'll see.
That's a good point. Sell some stuff. Maybe go back.
Yep, we're just exploring, it looks like.
Push. Push our way forward. No time. No time for dilly-dallying.
A lot of dead ends on this cave so far, though.
Egg math. Yeah. Happy has not been very kind so far. A lot of dead ends.
Oh, here we go.
Doors. Still on floor 2. Leave.
Yeah.
Skipped or anything.
Definitely interesting play. All those trees stuck on the wall. It's funny.
Slip right by.
Definitely interesting. I don't know if I would be a pressuring presence as much on floor 2, especially since I got the levels, and now we're about to get even more levels off of a mole.
Cave. Bear.
Because those floor
Definitely.
2 presents are going to be a little lackluster for the effort you're putting in.
I wouldn't push presents too hard on floor 2. I feel like floor 4, 5, and onwards for sure, but
Alright, Leslie finding his way back to the floor 5 skip. Immediately met with a party.
surprise. Catching some levels, staying strong.
That's true. These will be some beefy kids going into whatever he finds skip-wise.
That's the game plan here, is just find the right skip on the right floor.
Yeah.
Arctic beefsteak, I missed that one. Saw one in yesterday's seed. I think it was like monstrous streamer or monstrosity streamer or something. It was pretty good.
Yeah, they definitely go hard sometimes. I like sometimes if I'm exploring Mole Cave to just continuously teleport back to the center every time I like check a corner, and come back to the center.
Yep,
With the exit mouse.
definitely a mole cave move. It's taking a rip on floor 5 again.
Sorry, are those Koopas?
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Excuse me? We're having a Link's Awakening moment right now?
Yep. Ancient cave. Sometimes you're gonna see some coops.
Oh, Leslie, take another. It looks like the ladies got him.
Yep, bag ladies.
Bag ladies, they are ruthless. And unfortunately, Leslie has not found another save other than that one way back here on floor 1. But boy, does he probably know Tucson like the back of his hand now.
Yep. Got those doors down. Knows what the heels are. Knows what the skips are. There's those mole cave exit mouse moves.
One door too far on the heel. So no one made a like ton of headway. Leslie seems to be hitting an unfortunate bit of a wall here. Trying to get past the floor 5 barrier.
Kind of same with sitake.
Yeah.
Just kind of floating around floor 2.
Taking it nice and slow, yeah.
Looking for outs. Not quite finding them.
Hopefully once we start taking some doors here, we'll find something. Nope, maybe not.
My favorite dead ends. There's a few good ones. That's a good one. It's up there. Like the cave to the past room. That's just that one door with the ledge.
Oh yeah, all the way at the right. Yeah, it's like I wish I could get over there. Oh, pizza time.
Good time. Best time.
It truly is. I want pizza now.
Pizza time. Burger
Alright, we
skip.
found the burgers.
Go back to question marks, I guess, unless we come back here. Pizza and burgers, yes. Having a good time here in Ancient Cave.
So the burger skip, interestingly, is a cool one because, oh no, wait. So this would still go. No, this could go up to like this could technically be 9. If like
so,
that
yeah.
skip right there, yeah, because you could technically go like to 4 and then to 9 or like 5 to 9, in
Right,
theory.
yeah. That was off of 5, right? It wasn't back to 1 or anything.
We don't know. We don't know actually, because that's a
Okay.
whole different skips. That's a whole different set of skips over there. The hamburger one.
Right. hard to say.
But he started on 1, so he went to some floor, and then I think he didn't even... No, he's still on the middle floor, so he didn't go like all the way up.
Yeah, I think it would be tough to say to hit 9 at this point, but couldn't quite rule it out. Oh, easy boss for sitake.
Possibilities there. You could also go down, so it could also literally just skip back down. All right,
Pretty hard to
so
tell.
finally on to 3.
Oh, is that what we got a Mr. Saturn coin? Ooh,
Uh-oh, showtime.
Yeah, the items are pretty much the only tell. I guess music, if you've been to a floor, but with this flag set, enemies are no tell. So yeah, if we saw a Mr. Saturn coin, yeah, it's not super deep.
No, of course. No, I didn't think... The first skip, I would assume, is only 4 or 5, of course. I mean, it can only go, what, max 6, I think, from floor 1, if you're really cruising. But we shall see.
Showtime! Rabbit's foot.
Ooh,
Nice
a
pick.
rabbit's foot. Nice.
Take those. Oh, straight to the boss. Wow, Les is just finding every boss door. Not feeling it. Oh, floor 3.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Doable.
Armored veggie. Wow, that is a menacing smile right there.
Right. So, Les skipping his way right in front of sitake.
Oh yeah, funny how that worked out. So we'll see. They kind of have a choice here because that was actually kind of fast to get to the sanctuary boss. They could technically go back to that other hamburger skip and see what's up there.
Yep. Come off of 3, see where that goes. Or maybe just push 4. See what Les does here.
That's true. They were kind of struggling with the 5 push earlier. Maybe they'll wanna. I mean, honestly, this armored veggie is kind of a menace. It seems.
Put up a fight. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Neither do I. Pencil eraser and signed banana for sitake.
Wow. 2 really nice skip items.
Yeah, pencil eraser, really big actually. That's a lot of skips, potentially.
Yep, useful in a couple spots.
We have already seen the Brick Road winners screen, so that's 1, however.
It's pretty early. PRV though.
PRV's on the table, and so is the Monkey Cave one.
That's right, I forgot about that one. Good call, good call.
Yeah, pencil eraser actually kind of goated.
Yeah,
as far
right.
as the key item goes.
For 1. I've had Talarama not heal poo. Yeah, I think there's...
Yes.
It's not like supposed to be in the party or something, so it just doesn't heal him.
Because when you go to that part in vanilla, he's not there.
I want to say Frank is similar. He doesn't heal poo. Potentially someone else, but I may be wrong about that. I want to say Frank is a similar action.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
I could be wrong, but I want to say I've seen that before, where it just didn't heal poo. But yeah, Talarama for sure. I think it's just like scripted. He's not supposed to be there.
I honestly hadn't really been paying too close attention to this Leslie fight. Okay, he finally did it. Took him down to 0 psychic points on every kid.
Let's push through.
Sheesh. Well, it gave him a ton of levels. Whatever the heck it was.
What was that thing?
My God.
I have to look back.
Oh, got rainbow light. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so he's going backwards actually, like we discussed.
Back to that skip. That was a hefty amount of XP. Feeling a little more comfortable. 5.
I agree, actually. It's a good idea. Oh, and I see Sitake found a arms dealer here in 3.
See what we had for goods for sale. Hopefully some BBR, some super bombs, something.
Unload the rest of this inventory first.
Yeah, sell some stuff.
I did a lot of treasure diving in Mole Cave. We're gonna make it worth it.
This is a Tessie transaction. They communicate very close.
I didn't even notice. That one's wearing like, what is that, PJs?
Yeah. Magic hand garb.
Yeah, I love it actually.
Super
All right, we got
bombs,
bottle
nice.
rocket bomb super. Wow, this guy is actually loaded. But super bomb really all we need here.
That's probably all we'll go for.
Yeah. Bottle rockets are nice. And honestly, I do like just like single bottle rockets, especially just because they're so cheap.
Yep. Yeah, I've been known to take some early for sure, just to give Jeff something to do sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
His weapon sucks. It's just like, alright, shoot a rocket.
Now you're not completely useless, bud. How's it feel?
Boss here for Les. That was the same floor 5 boss. I was not paying attention to what happened over there.
Crap, he went backwards and took the skip, didn't he? I'm assuming. Like
Yeah,
all the
so-
way back to that hamburger skip, so he's somewhere.
Back
This
to
is 5, right? With the molecules?
I think so.
Although this is like a different skinned molecule because the background's different.
Oh, Rightberg door. Okay, check the other side. Found another boss door. Jeez.
So it could also be 5. Oh no, wait, we know the boss. This is a different floor.
Right.
We know the
yeah.
boss for 5.
So we'll find out, at least.
Well, it can't be. So it can't be 4, and it can't be 2. So he went to 6. Like it has to be like literally 6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 most likely. 6, higher than 5. I think is a pretty good estimated guess.
Yeah. Minimum 6 could be 7. I mean, like given that we saw that molecule again, I would say 6, just because it's like hovering around where the 5 level was. But I mean, I guess it could be a completely different molecule.
Wall goats.
Speaking of PRV, we actually have
Yo.
Sitake in PRV with the pencil eraser.
This is off of floor 3, so this could go fairly deep potentially. Not all the way to 9, but far potentially. Yeah, I like this PRV skip.
Oh, did he already? Is this him coming from the other side already?
Oh, could be.
Yeah, he might have already done it.
See what direction we head here.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, what? No, maybe. Looks like it actually. He's going towards happy side. All right, moment of truth. If this is 7, it's Starman Deluxe. I don't remember what the 6th boss was.
Oh, there's a nightmare in there. No, nightmare was 4, I think.
Nightmare is 4, so I think we dodged that bullet. If it's 8, oh man, Leslie's in for a ride. But I mean, they should both know what they're in for. They both had a hitman.
Magic can't bat. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it is fairly deep. That leans me towards 7 or 8, honestly, more. But those enemies are weird, because those enemies honestly seemed like a little weak for
Right?
being deep. But I suppose that was 6. Okay, yeah. Just a little ancient cave shenaniganry at work.
Magic can't bat on 6 seems pretty early, but we'll take them.
Just the logic being weird.
Like the Manny sprites flying around.
Yeah, I do too. It's definitely the best part about this flag.
The cool sprites.
Trying to figure out what this
farts.
is. I think it did a poison attack. Big grin on its face. What uses a big grin on its face? I'm trying to remember.
Should know. Tough one. True EB experts.
I know. I was gonna say, have I played this game?
I should know it.
It's not a sanctuary boss, right?
I mean,
'Cause
some of them do that. Like the plague rat came to mind.
that's what I'm thinking. I feel like this is Plague Rat. Yeah, I feel like it is. Because it had a poison attack as well. Buka.
Yeah, it's plague rat
We
for
haven't seen
sure.
a Buka, man. And it's floor 6, so that kind of led me to think it's not like a regular enemy anymore.
He's got through.
But he makes it through, yeah.
Let's just pushing through these fights.
And a lot of XP on Paula because of it, because 2 kids down, so actually kind of nice. And looking at the stats, Paula not actually needing her handheld this seed for once. At least hitting 200. Shitake's Paula almost has 200.
Decent stats.
Yeah, hopefully the psychic. I haven't seen the max psychic points yet, but
6 for sitake. Okay, hit that skip. Not too shabby.
so that was the PRV skip took him here. I'm
Yep.
assuming.
Yeah. So we just came from left to right instead of right to left.
Right. All right, put the mouse down for the the dead end.
This
But
is kind
good of him to lay that there, yeah.
prime skip areas in my opinion. 6-7 is kind of like where you want to be hitting heavy skippage, potentially to 8 or 9.
Oh, for sure. I mean, 6, yeah, 7 and 6 are both, you could skip right to 9, which is ideal. Skip both of the nonsense on floor 8 and 7 boss.
7's kind of the last stop in terms of skips to 9, so
Yeah.
skips forward.
If you make it through 7 and go to 8, you're locked into fighting that dog or going backwards.
Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Doggos.
It's such a resource intensive fight. It's crazy actually. It's like preparing for a second Gaius half the time.
Yeah. Even if you have really good stuff, it's still kind of tough. Literally double butterflies. That was like an NPC.
Oh, MBRs.
Yo, this guy actually has useful stuff.
I know, right? For once you actually have a reason to come all the way back here.
Get that rabbit's foot though. I forget where Les found that. Maybe it was 5, but
It was it was like on
it
one of
was,
his
okay.
like skips. I thought Shitake also found one though.
Could be. Rabbit's foot with an MBR would be.
It's some
be a
money
good
right
fight.
there.
Fighting doggo.
Especially yeah, for if it works on pork. Yeah, dog. Yeah, for sure.
Feeling a little better about that fight with that gear.
Flavored mud.
Oh, Greg. Definitely worth checking gift boxes.
Oh wait, this is the. This is Shitake about to find his way back to floor 1 over here.
Ooh.
Surprise! Too soon.
Your opponent skips.
So realizing that's not gonna help him at all, he goes back. So now he's at least traversing ground that Leslie has already.
6 is as far forward as we're getting. For now.
At least some low skips. That's a lot of stars. Still anybody's game right now. Just kind of needs another breakthrough. Sitake found Lilliput, so they're about to be neutralized.
Much.
If Leslie can't find his way off 7 in a short order here. Sitake going for this present.
Loot
I don't
goblins.
think anybody goes for this present ever.
I definitely never do.
I respect it.
Rolling the dice.
It's gonna have a Zook. I'm calling it right now.
Alright.
What an awful present.
Right, Sprite.
That is, yeah. That smile is. I thought the last one was menacing.
Right. Solved.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, yeah. So rat, it was a rat then. A lot of people got that grin action. Piggy jelly.
Decent.
Is this a fake butterfly sprite? Oh my god. It's a mimic. Oh no, wait, it was just. Wait, what did he run into?
I'm not sure. A little bit of both.
That was weird. Must have been like a little ant sprite or something.
This room Les is in is pretty tough. Upper on it. Kind of a hike on these late floors.
Yeah, hit late floor, yeah, especially. Not too bad. Seems like the M3 flag may be working in his favor a little bit. That's a hidden variable that you don't really expect, is that a lot of stuff might just be spawned in weird places just because the flag's kind of jank.
Yeah, kind of favorable sprites where it's a little easier to move through.
Yeah, they get stuck on stuff.
Use those challenge flags to your advantage. Huh, so that is a thing that can happen, I guess. Interesting.
It just happened again.
I mean, I've
Like
definitely
the
seen...
100% that, yeah, I think like the Mook sprite is on
Yeah, and then
like
okay.
butterflies or something. Like it's randomized to butterflies. I think that's what it is.
I've definitely seen like enemies have a butterfly sprite, but it's definitely weird for them to actually heal you afterwards.
Yeah, that
But
is funny.
take it.
You
Full
also get like
reward.
hella green swirls in this.
Yeah. Chain and greens.
Oh, Leslie found another arms vendor on a pretty high floor too.
To look. Can't be anything too good. We're out of there pretty quick.
Either that or he doesn't have the money. I wasn't paying attention. Alrighty, we got Rat for Shiitake.
A little better equipped here for this fight. And this was
Much needed full heal.
nice. Yeah, higher floor shops are just kind of whatever.
Oh yeah, no, the shops don't usually scale because the shops are what they're not completely random. At least they feel completely random. So then I think they've stated they're like vendor pools, but
Right. Like similar items, but it's like doesn't really take into account whether it's late or early in the floor. It's just later on, you're maybe just hoping for like a random, maybe like bomb or super bomb roll in a vendor or something.
So of course, worst case scenario for Leslie, the end of Onet Hill was a dead end. So back we go.
That sucks. This room being a dead end is no fun.
Nope. You never want that in these long stretchy rooms like this. Like the worst ones, like Underworld or something.
Nice, we got the Flintstones remix.
Heck yeah. All right, so both runners on floor 7. Leslie really has not found either the sanctuary boss nor the like any skip off of 7. So honestly, they're pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah, I guess
Leslie has a little bit of head start, having explored like half the floor at this point.
yeah.
But...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, just as I live and breathe. Checking over here first.
I guess we'll see if Sitake ends up down that same vein, down that upper on it, ends up wasting that time too, or just avoids
True,
it.
that's it's a huge time sink for Leslie. So
Could make up the difference here. What direction Sitake decides to go?
yeah, it didn't seem like it seemed like Leslie checked mostly, unless there was like a one-off door I missed, but it seemed like he checked most, which is very unfortunate for the runners because it's gonna lock them both into dog if there's no skips off of 7.
Get tough.
We got
And
the
I
bear
think-
disguised. This is deluxe.
That could get tricky.
Yeah, especially if you forget it's deluxe.
Hyper strats, let's go.
50% to brain shock. Probably, I think that's vanilla for deluxe. I remember. I'm pretty sure you do use brain shock on him, or you can. Obviously, in the vanilla route, you just MBR the guy.
Yeah, I think brain shock works decently.
Going for the ads first. Taking out those Starmen.
And you see. Ooh, nice.
Go ahead.
There's the star parties. Got the shield off. Oh. ENS. Oh, got the backstage pass skip, but no pass. Oh, I was kind of hoping that was the backstage pass in the gift box there. That would have been clutch.
So it seems like while we do have some pretty beefy HP wise kids, our psychic points are something to be desired on about everyone across the board. I don't think anyone's hit triple digit psychic points yet. Got some skinny losers in the back.
For the brain shock, not getting it.
It's a 50%. You gotta coin flip it.
Yeah, eventually.
We got a lot of ads here. Sheesh. This is a brutal deluxe. This might be the boss gauntlet slog this seed.
DX into Doggo. Wow, look at this screen right now.
A DX who successfully calls every turn.
That is a squad right there. Jeff with those. Come on, Jeff. Oh. Okay, Sitake is backing off.
Although Shiitake does have those MBRs in his back pocket, so he's definitely gonna be very happy to have them.
It's gonna be huge.
Did you say backing off? Did he find the sanctuary?
No, just the upper on it.
Oh.
Upper on it dead end.
Oh, well, here we go. Now we're
No,
neck and
no.
neck.
Sitake just goes for it. Checking the door.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. This is just another dead end. So
Right.
unless he decides to go back to on it. Which honestly, I mean, like if I'm considering trying to not fight dog, I would totally consider going back. But nope, he's just gonna send it.
This takes the rip.
But he does have the MBR, so he's probably just knowing that is. Yep, he's just. Oh, maybe eating an egg. I think.
He's expecting the star storm.
Maybe he doesn't trust the MBR will kill.
Go.
Unfortunately,
Ow.
oh no, okay. Yeah, yeah, there you go.
That thing hit hard.
Yeah.
1700. I didn't see a foot either. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think you're right. I don't remember if he got one.
wow,
Because I
just
think only,
one easy game.
I just... Why did you eat the egg before? What was the egg play?
I think it was just a preemptive Starstorm play, like paid off too.
in case, yeah. I mean, I guess you truly don't know how much damage it's gonna do. So, all
Survives
right,
a
we're
turn.
loaded.
10
Immediate
days.
ATM.
Oh, there we
So
got the teleport. Okay.
pretty. I mean, like we thought, finding those MBRs
Oh yeah.
gigantically, and also not taking a like 3-minute time sink at Onet.
Yep. Didn't explore on that. Didn't fall in that trap. And has the MBRs. Got the teleport bug too, which is pretty funny. I don't know what causes this, but sometimes you can just teleport in Ancient Cave. It's kind of crazy.
Interesting. I actually didn't know this was the thing. So
Yeah,
what does
you
it let you
see.
do?
Sometimes you just get a teleport and it works.
Does it take you to the actual place where that, like, if you teleport to the Onet, does it take you to the Onet in the cave?
No, I think it just takes you to the same room.
Ah,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
I was gonna say that'd be interesting.
But it does let you like do fight skips and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Militech. Yeah, it's a good save room
Yeah,
to get.
Dawam on this floor is pretty nice.
You are late. Love to see it.
Big fan of the
Hey, screaming.
Sitake in a really nice spot. Grab it. Had enough money for 3 MBRs because honestly, I'd be throwing 2 MBRs at dog
Silly.
and sitting pretty on that, as opposed to saving one for Porky. We got a lot of doors and summers to sift through right now. Is Leslie, I believe, trying to make his way back to the deluxe fight.
Try to cheese out the fight as best you can with what you got.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You don't have the instant out that the MBR provides.
So it's four sides. One teleport spot. So I guess if you just end up in four side, you get that teleport. Or maybe some trigger, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say it's interesting. Is this this is not cheating, right?
No, I guess not.
we didn't really cover it as a
But it
topic.
is technically, you know, within vanilla glitchless rules, so
That's fair. I would argue it's definitely probably not intended by the developer, but hey, it's, you know, we're doing it.
I think Chaz knows about it and hasn't fixed it, so
That's true. Could be one of those hidden Chaz like intended things. It's a feature, not a bug.
teleporting. Yeah, sometimes you can get just teleport. I've seen it a couple times. I remember Waluigi. Waluigi was the first person I saw get it. I noticed Sitake was getting it in their runs as well. Figured it out.
There's a lot of flowers for Leslie.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
not.
about
I was
it.
just curious. Just interesting talking point.
I'm more curious just how it happened.
How it works. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I agree.
I've
So
probably
getting Moonside on floor 8. A lot of present density there.
yeah, some doors,
Sorry,
some
didn't mean to,
presents. No, you're
didn't mean
good.
to cut you off there.
Commentary happens all the time. Just commentary things. Waluigi isn't real.
But was.
Thanks. That's another Moonside side effect. Moon side effect. Lots of sprites.
That's true. Yeah. A lot of presents, but also a lot of stuff to get through. It's fine if you're just taking the teleport loops, but when you're actually trying to get out,
Yeah.
gets a little hairy.
Check doors here.
Leslie,
Nice.
I think, looking for more skips. I don't know if Leslie, is this still 7? I remember watching.
Yeah, I couldn't say for sure. I think so, but
Well, he might have found his out. I think that's what Leslie really needs to stay in this on a grand scale, because I don't know if he's gonna have a very clean time getting past Dog and Deluxe in comparison to Shiitake.
yeah, I agree. I think his position, especially compared to Sitake's position, probably gonna have to bank on skips unless we find some artillery here.
So we'll see if this was actually a floor 7 skip, because that could be the money shot.
Pick up on what the moves this tree is doing.
Oh, that's true.
Annoying
Yeah, this
trees.
is after post skip. It's beefy, so that leads me to believe that he didn't go down. I mean, he would literally only. Oh, that's a big hit.
570 crit, jeez.
Is this a squatter demon?
Could be,
I
yeah.
wonder.
Definitely strong. It's gonna be our main indicator here. Is what the
Leslie might have
movesets are.
done. Leslie might have found it. Yeah.
Some
We'll see what this
presents.
is.
Diadem.
Diadem.
Two pronunciations.
I mean, it's
Same.
definitely good. Yeah, sorry, I don't even actually know what
No,
it
no.
actually is.
I don't mean either. Tomato. Yeah, it could be. I mean, at least 8. I want to say.
Well, we'd have to. Well, yeah, it depends if I missed him like going backwards or something to like a different floor. But
Whoa.
oh, okay, we're on 9.
Answered that question.
Oh, we got a lot of screaming in the sea.
Lots of A's. All right.
Okay, well,
So,
all right.
yeah, that worked out for Les for sure. Like you
Yeah,
said,
actually.
you know, without having that stuff, let's try to skip into 9, and
Yeah.
Les has done it.
I'm sure that was his exact same thought process, because he was like, well, Deluxe did not go well, so I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm not equipped to handle this. Let's just try to go backwards to go forwards, and it paid off.
It did.
So now we just need
Yeah,
to
'cause,
find good stuff.
I'm happy you found that, because like I was saying, I was like, I'm not sure. It looked pretty linear on 7, but no, he persevered, but now he's got to deal with the floor 9 locals.
Yep. Stain Starman.
And all the other floor 9 issues, like finding a save, finding a heal, making sure my kids don't die.
But we'll take it, you know. We'll
Exactly.
do this
It's a
over Fighting
breakthrough.
Dog.
Oh, I absolutely. Oh, 110%. This is on a silver platter right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, made it through that fight with all the kids alive still. So
Chevy. Pretty good stats here. It looks like overall.
another skip. Well, this one is
Much went to 9.
gonna open it anyways. I mean, there might be a save on the other side. You never know.
Yeah, I like this checking backwards. Maybe find a full heal, save.
Just open up your options exactly. Back in Onet.
Right.
Doosan. Oh, okay. We got like the. This is wait. So this is if somebody came down here.
Right. Check lower Tucson.
Yeah.
That
Although
would've been massive.
you are a madman if you check lower Tucson,
Yeah,
like
that's
110%.
mostly a last resort.
You've checked every other door in Tucson if you're down here.
Yep. But turns out.
Yeah, it's crazy when that works like that. Oh, but Leslie does know where the full heal is down here.
Oh yeah, bus stop. Easy game.
Yep,
That's convenient.
it is. Now if we could just find a save that's kind of nearby.
sure we can track one down. So that's good knowledge.
Not gonna really dip up there right now. That is a little bit of a walk still, so not gonna commit too far up there right now. Maybe gonna find something on floor 9 instead.
Yeah, I mean, 9 dive.
Would be more beneficial, yeah.
Find some stuff. That green shatter, man, I love it.
Yeah, it seems like I think it's a psycho. Psychic points are still
Yeah,
pretty bad.
true. The HP
Ooh.
is good, but psychic points not so much.
Which honestly, if I had to choose, I would assume I would rather have high HP.
Yeah,
Because at least you can mitigate psychic points.
we can steal those. We can heal those.
You can't mitigate your kid dying to a beta turn
Right.
1.
Max HP comes in handy.
Sitake running around Brick Road trying to find a way up, knowing he has to fight a dog at the end of this tunnel.
Is this all a dead end?
I think so. I'm assuming that's why he backtracked all the way back here. Repugnant chunks.
Chonky.
Chunky. Leslie a little bit lost doing some backtracking. It's always weird when you pop out in the middle of the floor. Ah, Scarab.
Oak. Get us running away from stuff.
Not quite as nice as the rabbit's foot we already had, but hey, you know. A little bit of extra stats for Pooh. Fortunately, the spice person is not randomized. Another MBR vendor. But do we have the money? The question is, do we need to find an ATM? Not so lucky to find the immediate ATM on floor 8 that Sitake ran into.
That was sure convenient. Oh, no, how's that red?
You're telling me?
That was a full heal.
Hey! Potentially a small floor 9 here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Tucson's out of the way, on it, Reed, all those are way back.
That's true, it's true. Which would be unfortunate because we still need some pretty decent gear. We don't have any pendants at all, so...
Right. Oh,
I've
that's
seen
green.
some pendant Geigas, but, you know... Very scary. Moonbeam gun.
Glad you caught that, because I did not.
Just beefing up our kids.
Yeah, pendantless is definitely doable, especially with beefy stats.
That's true. They definitely have the HP to make it happen. If there were ever a time, it would be with the stat line.
Doable, or even if you
It's very
find an
scary
earth.
because, you know, you just get that one shot and it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Ooh. That is always super nice. Belch's base might be the way you gotta go, Sitake.
Yes,
Sitake
the old...
might find his way into some pendants if he continues exploring. 8 here.
Yeah, we definitely can find some stuff on 8. Even if it's
Like
just
a
a
fairly
night
large
pendant.
floor.
Earth pendant.
Something. I mean,
Something.
I'm actually shocked we haven't found a single one.
Alright. See much. vendor. Got a Zuka. Maybe we take those? No
Still
money.
poor. Still poor.
Sad.
Yeah, this is the gut punch of Ancient Cave right here. All these nice vendors, but no money.
We got Doggo.
No way to get it either.
Doggo and a save. Maybe just go for it, yeah.
He's got that MBR, 2 MBRs. I think he still has some super bombs too. I can't remember who bought those super bombs at the beginning, but
Yeah, no, it was Sake. I think there's still a few there for sure. And that Dragonite.
might just be holding it on for Gygus. Super bomb's definitely way more useful in Gygus. But if you need that oh nice, skinned his nightmare too.
Bonus. Wonder if it'll change.
That's true. I'm curious. They are technically 2 different sprites and 2 different enemy entries,
1500. Those MBRs be hitting.
which is exactly what we need. It's a mole.
Hell yeah. Well done, Chaz. The thing did the thing.
It's certainly entertaining flag set. Ooh. Big meaty hit back to Jeff.
900 though, not terrible.
Not terrible.
Not freeze resistant, so you can probably just grind this out, hopefully.
I think Diamond Dog could have like in the thousands of HP, if I'm not wrong, right?
Especially on, yeah, steep. Pretty beefy.
Very
Look at a star pendant. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Cultist HQ paying off. Or somewhere around here.
Finally, some items. Leslie can probably finally starting to think he can maybe take on Gygus now. I mean, 1 star pendant. I'd already be thinking about it.
That's all you need, really. Just one.
It would be on the table.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in brackets.
Star pendant, braid. We got star pendant, braid shock. I'm assuming he's probably got shield Sigma at this point, or psychic Sigma.
It's do or die. So you gotta kind of risk it.
Yeah, especially when you're an hour into the seed now, you gotta be wondering, is my opponent praying right now?
Definitely in the looking at the race timer, being like, oh, where's the dot done? Where's the dot done?
Yeah, exactly.
Expected any minute now. But... Oh, we got through. Nice.
The dog is down.
Got the goods to get it done.
We'll see where this pops him out at, because I'm actually curious where the start of this floor is.
Get to really see it for Les.
Okay, grapefruit. Oh boy.
After items in here. Oh yeah, and we have healing gamma. Let's go.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got the levels on Leslie, I'm pretty sure. I mean, makes sense. Shitake's fought this whole cave almost.
Eornium, nice. Sell it for $1,000.
Leslie actually has a... I feel like Leslie has a decent amount of things he could probably just vendor for some NBRs. At least one. Well, I mean, an NBR maybe not be the best play for just Gygus specifically, because there's no guarantee it'll... well, he's the one with the rabbit's foot. What am I saying? He should totally get one.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to get at least 1 or 2 just to try out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll see him backtrack and grab a couple.
Well, Gygus is off of Scaraba, right? Pretty sure you're gonna have to go back to Scaraba.
Oh, either way, yeah, true.
Yeah.
What door?
Though I think what he'll have to do though is because I don't think you can sell to the water vendor, so I think you have to go to sell in Scaraba and then walk back into the desert.
Yep. It'll be a bit of a trip. Nothing good in grapefruit, unfortunately. Just kind of hoping to see some stuff there.
Quite sad. Yeah, this nine has been kind of lame, except for that star pendant, honestly. Oh, okay, I think they're right next to each other actually, because I recognize this top floor of the hotel.
All right. Yep. Pretty much.
All right, we got a race. They're
Leslie
literally
with
in the same room.
info.
High five.
Nice. Let's go. We got a
I mean, because
race.
this is gonna run. This is gonna go through the cultist HQ. Yeah. Okay. So there's no way Shitake doesn't get the star pendant. Shitake might just send it as soon as he finds it. I mean, it's gonna funnel right into Gygus. I think you have to do a little bit of searching once you get to Scaraba, because I think it's like a room and then a hospital room or something. Leslie did set a mouse. That I think I would assume so, but I don't know for certain.
Can't say for sure.
I would assume as an ancient cave runner, he did.
Going backwards, doesn't know it. It's a tough send. I gotta say, with this flag set, it's hard. I don't quite know what you're in for. It's maybe we'll play a little conservative.
Definitely, I mean, it's true, but I don't know. I feel like we're at the the timer's ticking. Kind of
Yeah.
do have to make some money moves. I feel like at this point, if you haven't even like considered going after Gygus, you definitely need to reevaluate.
Definitely thought about it.
Yeah, he probably has thought about it. Oh, I didn't realize this guy had Horns of Life too. He's pretty packed actually.
Yeah, even Azuka is decent.
Oh yeah, regular Zuka. Oh, absolutely.
Not ideal, but if let's need some
Honestly,
damage.
people sleep on the regular Zuka a lot. I mean, just because in a world where bottle rockets could potentially do nothing on the guy, at least Jeff could be firing little baby bombs.
Yeah, and freeze resistance. You need some kind of damage.
Exactly.
Lean on that Zook, even if it's not heavy.
See if he decides to sell and come back. I know this is Shitake I'm watching anyways. Shitake had the money. Oh, this is the guy with the MBRs, so maybe not as dire for Leslie.
A lot of MBRs this seed. More than
there's
one
Shitake.
vendor.
No, that's true. Yeah, you almost never see that many. I hardly ever see one. Shitake has a ton of Horns of Life. He is absolutely strapped for this Gygus fight right now. He could even dump half of his like diamond bands and platinum bands and probably get more MBRs if he wanted to.
Let's go for big money.
He did actually pick up another night pendant somewhere. I'm not quite sure where that ended up being, but I guess
Thought
we
I'd
were wrong
seen
about
one.
there being literally no pendants. Oh, this guy has super bombs too. Wow, what a floor 9 vendor actually.
Completely missed that one. MBRs and super bombs.
Yeah, well that's crazy.
Blinded by the
Oh, and
MBRs.
Leslie's doing it. Okay, wait,
Going
okay.
for it.
This could be the difference right here. I think this is literally the gameplay right here.
Nice.
Now, here's the thing. Shitake... Okay, Shitake doesn't actually quite know where Gygus is, so Leslie has that on him, so Shitake a little bit more of exploring to do. It's only a few rooms away, so I'm sure we'll get there in a few moments here, but...
Tough fight to take right before.
Oh, that is not... Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, with the ant sprite, or the roach sprite. Gygus room, can't see it.
I wonder if he saved right before this, or if he just went for it.
Tough.
That is really unfortunate.
Right there. Oh.
I would be not the happiest player of Ancient Cave if I were Leslie right now.
Justified salt.
I would be very salty, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't see any resets happening. Oh man. I think he's back on I don't even think this is 9 anymore.
Hospital, I guess.
If I remember.
It's
No,
not
it is.
bad.
Okay, yeah, cuz are you sure? Oh no, you're right cuz
Upper on it.
yeah. This is 7. There was no saves on 9, I guess. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think there was. So unfortunate, dude.
Yeah, it's brutal. You just go to full send Gygus and then just get ganked. Literally the last moment.
Yeah, for real.
Knows what a full heal is. Okay, so we've got a game plan anyway. That's good.
This is because I said the M3 flag was a easy way back in like 10 minutes in. And then they threw an ant sprite at Gygus. Jeez.
Cursing.
Well, all right. We'll see how Leslie. There's really only one route. At least he was going for Gygus, so he knows that's what he wants to do. So just needs to find his way back. Yeah,
Oh, there
no.
it is. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Found
smiling
it, dropping
Tessie.
the. There's no shot he doesn't just go for it, right? Yeah, okay. Just dropping the mouse for just for safety.
Yeah, it's in case you die, it's faster than
True, true.
the traditional drop the mouse, find a save. You just drop the mouse. If you die, exit mouse back.
He does. He has a star and a night pendant, so
Yep, did find the star. Yeah, had the knight from earlier.
feeling pretty good. 300 plus HP on Paula and Pooh.
Super bombs, horns of life. Even if
Yeah, honestly, one of the most safe moments I would feel going into Gygus.
even if we don't have shield Sigma, I'm not sure if we do or don't. But even if it's just alpha, 405.
400. Oh
Yeah,
my
we do
god.
have Sigma. Yeah, easy.
Dude has killed the entirety of this cave, so I'd be surprised if they weren't like high 20s and the 30s right now.
Massive HP. Ooh,
Ooh,
didn't work.
did not work.
That's
Not
why
what
we
you
have
wanna
super
see.
bombs. Gotta have a
That is
backup plan.
100% true.
All with the low psychic points. Healing Omega. Okay.
I love it, man.
In case we need to pick up the squad. Built like a fridge. Just spam super bombs.
The super bombs, just having all your kids pew 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 so
Yeah.
fast, and it's just like 1,000 damage just gets churned out.
Who needs shields? Who needs heals? Just blah 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 blah.
It's definitely one of the most satisfying moments in Earthbound Rando, that's for sure.
Works. Here we are, phase 2.
Phase 2, we got Dragonites, we got super bombs. Jeff might be dead, but I'm pretty sure the dude has like 4 horns of life or something.
It's fine. It's fine. Paul doesn't even get that much in vanilla. Yeesh. Little rando.
It's funny actually. Rando moment, yeah.
100
Alright.
plus. Down. Okay. That's...
I'm just upset because Leslie 100% could have won this race if it weren't for something really dumb like that. Like, I'll just say it, that was really dumb.
Tiny little cockroach sprite.
Yeah. Not to say, I mean, like, Sitake definitely 100% had the better arsenal going into Gygus, but Leslie had the head start, so I don't know, it could have gone both ways.
Definitely had the leg up. Got there earlier. Had the info. Just got ganked.
So unfortunate.
Not over yet.
It's true. Could see a death here still. And Pooh is dead, and actually I feel like as I said he has a ton of horns of life, I feel like maybe he put all of his horns of life on one person. Because I'm not seeing him like break him out or anything.
Just
Although I don't see go ahead, sorry.
solo Paula at this point.
I was gonna say I don't see Ness surviving this, but
That one last heal off and Paula handle this the rest of the way out. I'm seeing us.
I mean, yeah. Like Slug saying 400 HP and a star pendant. Just gotta pray for not double lightning.
You know, no ways to heal herself, unless could be a Horn of Life in the inventory. Worst case. Yeah, find the badge. Yeah, it's just easy lock at that point.
Yeah, it'd be over. Yeah. Unfortunately, it
Unkillable.
seems like Pooh died before this phase as well, so no phase 3 brain shock.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Confused. Geeg.
It's super nice. Speeds up his turns a little bit, and safer, of course. Geek being extremely nice right now, though.
Many lightnings. Oh, pretty close here.
Yep, we're 2 away.
Speeding through phase 3.
Yeah, it was actually, I honestly thought we were a lot. We weren't that far along.
So did I.
There's the lightnings. Leslie finally getting allowed to fight Gygus for realsies.
Take a crack at it.
This is the sorry. Now it's
Lightnings. There we go.
there. It is.
GG Sitake.
GG.
That was a tough seed.
It was like all things considered, it was a tough seed and two very interesting, like two completely different routes they took. A little bit of crisscrossing, but
Mainly at the end there, they kind of ran into each other.
mainly at the end on floor 7, they high-fived a few. I don't know if they actually high-fived a few times, but then they went their separate ways, with one proceeding on to fight the dog. We'll see if we'll see. I mean, I'm interested to see if Leslie would have been able to pull out the Gygus with his arsenal. He definitely has the pendant, so.
Got here.
But he does not have the. I imagine a lot of the wind got knocked out of his sails, unfortunately. I would understand that. I mean, if this is a freeze-resistant Gygus, I don't know if Leslie would have had a shot.
Didn't see many freezes on Sitake's side, so we didn't really get to. Okay.
Oh, not too bad. 163. Could be better.
Just can't believe we just, or at least I just glossed over that super bomb in the multi-bottle rocket inventory. The thing was just chilling there.
Yeah, a lot happens. I mean, the multi-bottle rocket, I mean, it's big. Takes up a lot of eye space.
Yeah, blinded by it.
Yeah,
Eye space.
Definitely a very insanely outrageous vendor that had no business being 2 doors off of Gygus.
For real. Had the goods.
Some people play their whole seed looking for that guy, you know?
He's just hanging out on floor 9. Crazy. Nice.
Absolute GG to Sitake, so he will be continuing on to losers bracket round 4, which is so he'll be going against Kelly, right? I believe if I'm reading this correctly.
Yep, yeah, that's correct.
And then we are not far from the end here, folks. Got like 4 or 5 left, looks like.
Too many races left. It's funny how quick it happens. All of a sudden, we're scheduling a bunch of races, and then next thing you know, it's down to the last 4.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 or 5 races left before we see
hit those finals. Yep.
Let's see.
We'll see if Temple can bring it back home.
Ooh. Got a
The
tough road
double
ahead.
header. Yeah. I mean, this group of racers has been much. This is a beefy stack this year.
Gonna be no Paula, I believe, next round. So bit of a challenge with that one.
Incredibly challenging. Pretty much anytime I mean, all the flags are challenging in their own way, but you know, you take away that guaranteed shield Sigma on Gygas. That's a big, big thing. And one of your freezers as well, yeah.
But yeah, that shield Sigma, that's a big kicker.
It's huge, yeah. Leslie eating a burger strats on Gygas.
Making it happen. Neither good nor bad. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Shitake's approach to the seed was very methodical. He worked through it, didn't take any like really insanely spicy plays, but just kind of kept his nose to the ground and made it happen.
Got some good gear.
I mean, that's one way to do it, right? You just get the levels, you get the if you play through the seed normally, you'll get that gear.
Find the stuff.
All right, phase 2. Oh, much nicer on the freeze resistance for Gygas there.
It's always painful when that freeze resist is real high.
Yeah, especially if you did the double whammy of Porky into Gygas being both freeze resistant. It's like, what are you even here for, guys? Nice. 69s. I think we are running out of steam, though, maybe.
Yeah, resources here.
Dipping into the freeze gammas.
400.
Trying to push through.
I don't remember Gygas having like that much HP this phase, but maybe it was just the Dragonites and the Super Bombs.
True. You could definitely push through. You got a psychic point prey, I think that's what that was. I think both of his other side kids just died though. Ooh, nice. Gets it barely off on Ness. Well, never mind.
Phase 2 prey strats incoming.
Seems like he's gonna try and pepper it down with some alphas and see if maybe he can plink it over to phase 3.
3 more alphas out of this. Come on, last one.
Ugh. What do we got? What we got? We got nothing. We're praying.
We got nothing. Prey strats. Phase 2. Cave Classic. Here come the lightnings. Oh no.
Alright, well, she lived at least. She's keeping herself up. Oh no. Oh wait, she made Gygas strange. Okay, wait. Oh, back at it. Gygas is strange and kids are alive.
Pseudo brain shock and the rainbow.
That actually was not a terrible lineup of praise to happen. But we have like no psychic points. I mean, honestly, I feel like probably should have just gotten rid of the strangeness on Paulo with Pooh and then magneted it up. Wait, doesn't Pooh have magnet also, or am I misremembering that?
He does, yeah.
Leslie, use your magnet! Oh, we're phase 3.
Need it. Damage prey, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I was like, I'm not actually sure what he... Oh, no, yeah, it must have been Gygas.
One of those.
Oh, and put everyone to sleep in phase 3 immediately.
Sweet.
It was something because she prayed immediately in phase 3, so it wasn't a pray hit. So I'm not sure. Must have been Gygas.
I think we're gonna be in the same boat here. Just
oh,
just pray it out. Hope for the best.
Guess Jeff's not really that helpful, anyways.
Fair point, Sarah. Yeah, Magnet won't do anything phase 2.
Oh, I didn't know that. Does he not have psychic points or something?
What about that?
I'm not sure how magnet works, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. There's just no psychic points there.
Well, that's good to know, honestly, before I go using magnet on phase 2.
Probably figure it out pretty quickly.
Really only, well, there goes Pooh.
Yep.
It's kind of the same boat as Sitake was in. Really only one thing we don't want, and that's the zap zap.
Zippity zoop.
We got our meatbag Ness here, who is no good.
Scary.
But I mean, if there was ever a seed for Paula to have 400 HP, my God, it's this one.
Leslie with like the "Are you serious?" game pause there. Like,
Yeah, Sarah brings up a good point because I was like, well, maybe Ness could use items, but no P's paralyzed, and Paul is also feeling strange, so.
and the solidify. That's smart, keeping some food in there. Just in case. I should probably do that more often. I've definitely thought about it. Just put some food items on Paula for last ditch effort to keep her alive.
Les did use a burger on phase 1, so he probably has some other food items. I just think he literally can't use them without danger of like just it being a waste. Although, if you use a food, it's like a 50-50 shot that, I mean, she won't use it on Gygas, right? So. Although we seem to be cruising right along, luckily.
So far, so good.
Bye, Ness. It's been real.
Did
Okay,
nothing.
I mean, anything short of a, I'm pretty sure even a double thunder, we're good.
Still finish it. Oh.
And he's gonna try, isn't he?
There it
All
is.
right, GG, Leslie.
Through, finishing the seed.
And he did, like, dang. I mean, I think ultimately, it would have been close. It's so sad. It's so sad, man. I wanted to see a good race ending there.
Cockroach said no.
No, yeah, it's mean. It's just mean.
But yeah, I think it would have been pretty close there. Like, Satake cruised Gygas, but if Les had that time.
Yeah, exactly. Sitake definitely had
through.
he had the faster Gygas 100%, but yeah. What's up, Leslie? Welcome to the after show.
Yeah, the post race, the post tournament at this point.
Well, you had a good run. Congrats, anyways.
What was that boss combination?
You had a good run. Congrats, anyways. Definitely a fun ride with Deluxe. Oh well, you both skipped Nightmare, luckily. But yeah, Deluxe, Carbon Dog, Gygas.
Yeah, Nightmare, Deluxe, Doggo, Gygas. That is an all-star lineup of pain right there.
Yeah, you
tough boss
unfortunately, yeah, because yeah, definitely very tough. You unfortunately missed the way back four-side vendor had MBRs, which Sitake found, and that actually helped him blow through the. I guess I mean he did make Dog look pretty easy, I will say.
Wait a minute, what was he found in Foresight? That was just a loud audio bit of static from Endgame in my ears. So no, it's not you. That's just the game being loud.
He found MBRs back in Foresight.
Side
So that
vendor.
definitely helped. That was definitely a huge game turning point for him. You actually, when you died on Deluxe, and you turned around and you found the skip to 9, that was actually huge for you. And you pretty much had it up until that stupid cockroach at the very end.
That's what it felt like to me. That stupid cockroach right at the end. I had my mic muted, but yeah, I scream. I
It was
didn't
gonna be
scream my
close. It was gonna be
perfect
close.
game.
Because Shiitake had a very fast Geiger, so I think it would have come down to the wire, but it would have at least been a fair fight if it wasn't for the cockroach. But so it goes.
That's just how randomizer goes. But you add randomizer and Earthbound to the mix, oh, your chances of winning drastically go down. And no, I'm not just referencing Steiner math there. That's the truth there. Like I said, I just could not find a save on floor 9. Because if I had found a
I
save,
don't think
I
there
was
was
going
one.
for it.
I don't know if there was one. Yeah, you definitely got screwed on. I remember a couple times you got sent back like all the way to floor 1, and then you got that big one all the way back to 7, and I was like, oh my god, we're getting screwed on the saves here.
Yeah, I don't know if Chaz is listening, but guaranteeing at least one save per floor would be one little
Part of the
tweak I'd make to
challenge. Part of the
this.
challenge.
I know it's part of the challenge, but at least where I got sent back to on 7 actually wasn't far from Gygus, so
Right.
could have been worse. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah, it was not ideal.
far from it. Like, if I had felt comfortable going for Penantless, I would have gone for Penantless, and I probably should have, but at the time, I wasn't feeling like I had enough psychic points to warrant going for it.
Yeah, we had
Oh well.
discussed pennant list. It definitely had come up.
It was on the table. I mean, like that
feel
star
like
pendant was like the only one that was on that floor, pretty much the only pendant other than like I think Shiitake found like a night pendant somewhere, but like that star pendant was it.
Yeah, this was probably, honestly, considering where we were in the tournament, this was quite fitting. Also, when I skipped to 5, I heard the song that it was, and I'm like, I enjoy it, but I gotta get going. I gotta check other skips because I did not want to deal with Nightmare. Absolutely not.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to get rid of. But GG's. Unfortunate way to go out, but you had a really good race or a really good tournament up until this point. I mean, you made it pretty far, so.
Thanks, and I appreciate it. Farthest I've made in one of these tournaments, and I'm happy with the top 8. But just know that I keep going at it in the off season. Who knows what will happen next time around? And maybe I'll actually qualify for next PK Scramble. Who knows?
Ooh, who knows?
Nice.
Well, one thing I do know is next tournament on the radar has already begun, so that's where the practice energy is going to be going. And
Good luck
yes,
with
I
that.
am talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game. Practice.
Practice?
Gotcha.
Also,
Good
speaking
luck.
of tournaments that wrapped up, didn't the Vegas Golden Knights wrap up their first Stanley Cup tonight?
Did that happen?
I would have no idea, honestly.
Oh, I got ways of finding that out. Believe me. Oh, yep, they did. I see it on the arena. It ain't going back to South Beach because it's over. It's now all just baseball the way Ness likes it.
Oh
Well,
boy.
Just saying.
alrighty. Well, thank you, Leslie.
Anyway,
And
before I get out of here,
GG's.
Irving, thanks for comms. Temple, thanks for comms and restream. And to
Yeah.
Satake, GG, good luck in the next round. You've made it this far. Take it as far as you can, because we'll all be watching and looking forward to seeing what's next.
Yeah, GG's. Well played. Thanks for joining, Les, as always. Yeah, we're gonna raid.
Hey,
Dang
it's
Nabbit
always been
Jones.
fun, Temple. It's
Yeah,
always
we've
been fun.
always happy to have you.
Absolutely. And I always look forward to coming back for this because unlike some other games, this one, the only thing that really stresses me out is the randomizer because I know that if I'm having a bad time, so is my opponent.
That is very true, especially in Ancient Cave.
Absolutely. But this randomizer is as farther advanced as it is compared to PK Scramble, it's still a lot of fun.
Love me some Ancient Cave. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. GG's everybody. Thanks Irving for joining
GG's.
in. That was fun.
Thank you for restreaming.
Oh yeah. And yeah, let's go hang out with Dagnabbit Jones doing some glitchless first runs.
Ooh.
And yeah, we don't have any races scheduled yet, but we'll get some going. Keep an eye on the channel. Schedule's coming. And yeah, have a good night, everybody.